much energy. Put in your booby rocks. Live your best life. Keep doing you. So much energy. Let's stick together with some high kicks. Bow, bow. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of So Much Energy. It's me, Jenny McKinney, and I'm here with Jeff Jones this week.
Jen, thanks for having me. I was almost just not even going to answer that.
Yeah.
It sounded like you had a question.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sing it up. Jeff Jones and the mystery of the missing mustache hair.
Yeah, I don't know what I did this morning, but I feel like I had something on my work glove, and I wiped it across my lip, and there is about 1 finger width of hair missing from my mustache. It's gone, but it did not affect my skin. So I'm puzzled as to what happened. What did I do this morning that involved losing a finger width of hair in my mustache?
Look at this tiny little violin I have for you.
You ass. That's so stupid. That has got to be the world's tiniest violin playing in my sorrow. I like that. That's so what I like that sound. That sounds good.
It's a button.
Oh, for Pete's sake! I thought you were strumming. What is wrong with you?
So for those of you that can't see it, it's literally like probably 3-inch violin. We found it at the bookstore, Barnes and Noble. It's where you should be getting it. All right, everybody. So this week we are going to talk about some funny things, and then we're also going to talk about Mercury in the microwave, or Mercury and Gatorade, or whatever you want to call it. I call it Mercury in Retrograde. So we're going to talk about the different things that you should do and you shouldn't do. Okay, there's do's and don'ts of the Mercury.
Right, but no matter what, stay hydrated.
Yeah, did you see that meme online that says, stay, what did it say? Stay hydrated and stay out of the sun from today till November 1st or something like that.
And water drug
Stay out of the sun from today to November 1st.
Yeah,
You're just going to be hanging out in the house for like 4 months?
I guess. I was like, yeah, but all those times that people were complaining about how cold it was.
Right?
Yeah.
Although it has been super hot lately.
It's been very hot
thanks to our sponsors
very
and the silly
humid.
Commercials. And
Yes.
thanks so
Where
much
your
to
sweat
you,
has
the listener.
sweat.
This week is a
Yes.
mess.
Yes.
Time
And
change,
yes.
Yes.
full moon, and Friday
So,
the 13th.
Jeffy,
So,
before
put in
we
your
hopped
booty
on, we were
rocks.
talking
Let's
about
stick together with some high kicks.
the way people
Wow.
talk these days
Stay woke
and
and don't
write
choke.
things.
Have a
So,
great week, and
being
we'll
in
see you
customer
next time
service,
on
I was sharing
So
with you a
Much
story that
Energy.
somebody in our chat, okay, because we have a little chat system, so I answer chats, emails, and customer calls,
Put in your booby rocks.
and somebody put UGH
Keep doing you.
SERS question mark.
UGHSERS question mark?
Yeah, 2 words. Sirs. And I would think that was supposed to be like, seriously.
Let's stick together
So-
with some
They
high kicks.
abbreviated it.
I was like,
I like that they sounded out. Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, so UGH. Ugh.
See, if that was me, I would have put asterisk scoff. Seriously.
I roll.
Yep.
Saying this slow. Seriously? With my lip tucked up. Like, what is even happening? So then we start talking about, like, different, like, kids these days, and I say kids, because I feel like I don't know what the age cutoff it is. Like, probably 30?
Yeah, I would say
30-ish?
30.
30, like, if you're 30 and below, like, I think that's millennial.
Yeah.
So, but there's just a different way of typing and talking and the things that they mean, right? Like, so share
Yeah.
what happened with the
Like, see,
phone.
we were on a job site the other day, and we were talking about using pay phones, our house phone growing up. Me and another gentleman, and there was a kid, I call him a kid, working with us. He's like 20, 21 maybe.
Yeah.
And we were standing there, and I said, "Hey, do you ever star 6 or do you ever pound 6 7 something?" And he's like, "What?" I go, "Pound 6 7." And I look at Austin, and I go, "Do you know what a pound sign is, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he looks at the kid Hudson, and he was like, "Hey, if I told you to pick up your phone and hit pound 6 7," he's like, what would you push? And he's like, and the kid holds his phone up, and he's like, 6 7, and he jams his thumb into it like he's
Like
hitting
he's
it hard,
pounding
like
it.
he's pounding on 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And we laughed, and I said, "Do you know what the pound button is?" And he's like, "No." I go, "What about a pound symbol? Do you know what a pound symbol is?" And he's like, "No." And Austin looks at me, and he goes, "Hashtag turd." And we laugh. And I look at Hudson. I go, it's a hashtag is a pound symbol. I go, it used to be called the pound symbol. Now they call it a hashtag.
Yeah.
I go, but I don't get why they changed the name, because we've always called it a pound symbol. We could still call it like pound Jeff Jones 2025. Like,
yeah.
they don't have to be a hashtag.
Right.
It seems like a more annoying word
Thanks
than
again
pound
to
symbol, pound
Yeah.
sign.
Converted
And then we
dogs,
started talking
burpy
about,
kitties,
well, then
and
Hudson
waterfront
asked, "Hey, did
mules,
they have
also
payphones when
known
you
as
guys were
turtles.
growing up?"
They
We're like,
gave
"Yeah,
us
they had
something to laugh at
payphones for
today.
like the first
Shout out to
20 something
Caleb.
years." Like, cell phones have only been
Five
around for maybe
issues.
20, 25 years
Yeah.
commonly.
Yeah.
And so we were laughing about that. And I said, I remember
Thanks to
being
our
dropped
sponsors
off at
in the
like the
silly
roller rink, my
commercials,
sister and
thanks
I,
so much
Yeah.
to you,
and then
the
using the
listener. This
payphone
week
and
is a
hitting
mess
0 and
with
calling my
time
parents'
change,
house
full
collect.
moon,
Yeah.
and Friday the
And it would
13th.
say,
So,
after
put
the
in your
beep,
booby
state your
rocks.
name.
Let's stick
Yeah.
together
And
with
that's
some
when we
high
would
kicks.
say, "Mom, we're done. Pick us up."
Stay woke.
Yeah.
And so
Don't
that they
choke.
would call
Have
the
a great
mom
week,
and dad's
we'll see you
home
next time
phone, and
on
they would ring and say, "You have a collect call from Mom and Dad. We're done. Pick us up."
Yeah.
And then they would know to come pick us up. They just would deny the call, which means we know they at least answered and they're
Yeah.
on their way.
Yeah.
Because if
So
for
then
some
on our
reason,
line it
yeah,
would say your call was denied or
your call was denied. Thank
Yeah.
you. Click. But sometimes, or even when your car broke down and you had to walk to a gas station,
Right.
you would do that. And if they couldn't come or understand the message, then they would accept the charges. And then you just talk to them real quick, try to
Right.
keep it under a minute.
Yeah.
Be like, "Yeah, my car's broke down at Concord Drugs, blah, blah, blah." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so if you wrote 100 pounds on something, Hudson would not know what you're
No,
saying.
he'd be like, "The hashtag goes before the number." Like, no, man, it's not hashtag 100. It's 100 pounds.
Pounds. Oh man, that is funny. Good times. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your mustache hair.
Yeah, I don't
and-
know what's up. I feel like that has something to do with Mercury and retrograde.
Yeah, that could be. So, we have like 5 planets that are retrograde right now. I'm not into astrology, so I don't know about all that. All I know is like it's affecting everybody differently between there's planets aligned, there's solar flares, there's energy upgrades that are happening. All I know is I feel super weird, and if you feel super weird, it could be one or any of those things happening. Okay?
Or something you ate.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you put your fork way too close to the light socket. Okay? So please refrain from that. If you feel way weird, you need to see a doctor. Okay? But I feel completely drained. Like if I had the life sucked out of me, that's what that feels like. Like super tired, could fall asleep at any time. Yesterday, if I take a nap at lunch, it's because I have to, because I'm like trying to focus and can't.
Right.
My naps are like 6 minutes. I'll take like a quick little 6-minute nap. Yesterday, I fell asleep for 20, and you know when you think you're sleeping too long, I popped up like I was just like like 5 hours late for work. Oh man.
Nice.
Oh, scared me to death. But I did want to share I found this guide because the sign that we're in is coming up on Leo, which is August. That's the zodiac sign. Uh for your horoscope, and these are the things to do and not do, okay, during this specific Mercury retrograde. So do expect delays. So allow plenty of buffer time in your schedule, so when things go smoothly you'll have time to relax, but when they don't you'll be grateful you have a plan B and C. Okay,
Nice.
so that's travel time for like driving to work, uh flying, traveling, you know what I mean, any type of travel. Okay, back up all your files. Excuse me, documents, emails, photos, everything. Get ahead of it because there can be potential technology glitches and your future self will thank you,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
Reflect, okay? And I'm not talking about shine that mirror from the sun and catch something on fire because you're a pyromaniac, but reflect. Review, revise, reorganize, and take note of anything you repeatedly think about. There's meaning in what keeps entering your mind. So it's not a coincidence if something keeps like, you know, I was gonna
Sorry, I was just thinking of something. Andrea and I had seen a sign the other day, and it was the name of a business, and we had to. I was trying to remember the word. I thought it was when you kept saying reflect. The word was fenestration. Fenestration.
what does that mean?
Yeah, that's what we both were like. What does that business do? So we looked it up. They do something with glass, really high on buildings, like way up in the air. They change out glass windows. I guess that's called fenestrating.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
oh,
sorry.
okay.
Oh, that's where I went to with. I was
Oh,
trying to
that's
remember the
okay.
word fenestration.
Yeah, no, that is, yeah, you were just reflecting and reviewing
I
on a
was
previous
definitely.
conversation. uh, All right. Streamline your life and update your internal and external systems. Triple check your appointment dates and times. Comb through your calendar. Confirm and reconfirm the details. Because, when you go to do something and you're like, hey, I know this said 1 o'clock, but then you get there at 3 and they were like, no, your appointment is tomorrow at 6. And you're like, what is even happening? If things get messy, try not to be too hard on yourself. Prep to the best of your ability and then roll with the surprises. All
Yeah.
right.
How long does this make Mercury in retrograde last? You say November?
No, no, no. It's July 18th, July 17th, which is starts tomorrow,
That's when it
to
starts its
it
journey.
starts tomorrow
All
and then
right.
it's for 3 weeks. And I believe it's I here, let me just double check. Because it's I believe until August 11th. Yes, August 11th.
August, and that's supposed. This is all supposed to be a window of like, would you say review and reflect?
Yeah, review, reflect. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So this is all the things for these 3 weeks. Yes.
Right.
Focus on long-term solutions. Off-the-cuff decisions don't always support your highest self. So commit to making deliberate choices that align with your broader goals.
Okay.
Pause. Pause, rest, and belly breathe through your frustrations. Uh, Yes. Find guided meditations if you are like too wound up and you need to calm down. Oh, Josh and I looked up like visual meditations the other day with like mandalas that start. It's basically like a kaleidoscope on the screen. That's what
Yeah.
it looked like.
Oh,
That was pretty cool, but it had
send a
music.
link of that to me.
Yeah.
I like mandalas a lot.
Oh, yeah. I
I
found one. It was so cool.
I took an art appreciation class and
Yeah.
art. I forget the other name of it, but we like one of them taught us like how to just study and read mandalas, and then one
Oh.
of them was how to make your own.
Ooh, Peanut is really good at making those, like
Oh
drawing
yeah,
them
yeah,
freehand. That is
yeah.
crazy. Um, yeah, so that yeah,
Hmm.
I'll send that to you. And actually I'll just put it in a link to in this episode. So I'll put it down
Perfect.
there because it's on
Perfect.
YouTube that I found it. Um, Edit your ideas before you express them. The fiery
I feel like
arguments.
people should be good doing that anyways.
They should, but especially right now because Mercury is the planet of communication. Uh, if you're tempted to start or get spicy, you'll want to share uh, that you want to pause and might not want to share those things, and you want to make sure you're tactful and accurate. So if you're
Hmm.
not sure if it's the right time to give an impromptu TED talk, read the room. Okay?
Right.
So
How many Leos are in that room?
yeah, right. Laugh at yourself when you make obvious mistakes. Oh, good. That's me. The point of this transit is to keep you humble and open to learning. Okay? Uh okay. That was it for the do's. Now we got some don'ts. All
Oh,
right?
hit me with it.
Do not fear Mercury in the microwave. Okay? It may
Yeah,
be
I don't.
annoying, but remember that worrying is simply fixating on what you don't want. Instead, treat this period as an opportunity to reassess your strategies.
Okay.
Okay? Do don't. We are don't do this. Don't buy tickets. Don't sign contracts. And don't organize events during this time if you can avoid it. If you can't, stay flexible and assume that adjustments may need to be made after or even before the retrograde cycle is over. Okay?
Hmm.
Don't plan any big launches or make major life changes if you can. Unless your schedule you can schedule them around the Mercury um Kazemi on July 31st. So a Kazemi is when it's there's an alignment and it's closer to the sun.
Okay.
So after the 31st. So if you have the option to schedule something after that date, do it. Because if you sign contracts, it said that there's things that can go wrong in the contract. Uh, and then that said, you may still want to work. Oh, I'm gonna take that part out. Okay. Don't put your life on hold though. Okay. If you can postpone something, great. But if not, just brace yourself for the hiccups. Again, you shouldn't fear this Mercury retrograde. Just approach it wisely.
Hmm.
Yes. So, yeah. So those are the few do's and don'ts, which might be helpful during this time. Uh, I will say that once I started paying attention to that, I will schedule things later. I don't know if you've ever used a pendulum. Like, have you ever used a pendulum?
No,
Like,
I've bought a few for people.
yeah. So I calibrated mine to me. So when you get a pendulum, so mine just has like a little holder at the end, and then it's got a little. This is malachite at the end of it, and it's like a little pointer that will give different answers, right? So it swings one way for yes and one way for no. And I've been asking it different things this week. Like I had a dentist appointment scheduled for the 28th, and I was like, should I be going to the dentist during Mercury retrograde? Said no, so I canceled.
Well, that's just saving yourself money and hassle.
Well, I did that because I'm like, I don't want something to go wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, but there's different tools that you can use to ask, for different signs, if you aren't sure. Plus, we all have intuition that you can use. I feel like the energy that we're in right now is very supportive in helping you figure out your abilities. So, um, I can say that the energy that we're in has been making it very easy for me to connect just with like the universe and spirit to get answers.
Right.
So they've been giving me more visuals and like hearing things. And today the blinds moved in my office by itself. And I was like, when like somebody will push the blinds, I was like, God, why the air just kick on like that? There was no air on. I looked down, the vent is right under the curtains that touch it, and it was like literally like somebody just came up and pushed the blinds out. And I was like, hey, what's up? What do I need to know? What's going on? Or do you want to hear?
Goofy violin.
Right? I don't know, but I don't know. It was just
I
kind
don't
of
know.
crazy, but maybe just somebody visiting. Who knows? Uh, yeah, but super interesting. So if you have any questions about Mercury retrograde, let us know. If we don't have an answer, we'll figure it out or find somebody who does. And yeah, I will put the link to the meditation, the visual meditation down below.
Yep.
And yeah, we will see you again next week.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah. Hash brown, pound town.
hash brown downtown. I'm gonna send that to that kid that we were talking about last week, Hudson. I'm gonna send him that hash brown pound town. I feel like that should go on a t-shirt. Oh man, hash brown
Hash
pound
brown,
town.
pound town. Okay,
Oh
you're
my
welcome.
gosh.
See, we're already
needed
welcoming
that.
the.
That's so dumb.
we're already welcoming the Mercury Retrograde. It said laugh at yourself when we make obvious mistakes, but that was not a mistake. That was a on purpose rhyme, a rhyme for a T-shirt. So you're welcome.
All right.
All right, Jeffy. Well, hey, good luck for your hair growing back. You might want to look into that or get some brown.
I feel like I'm gonna scrub my
hash
face.
Hash brown mustache town needs it.
hash brown stash down. Look how big that is.
Hash brown missing hair. Oh my God, you need some brown marker or something in that thing.
Sheesh.
What is happening? Oh man. All right, Jeffy. Well, we'll see you next week.
All right, we'll talk to you.
Okay.
All right, bye.